Today's drawing is called Your TV Was Dead Before It Hit the Ground. And it's a nod to the 80s trope, kill your television. But little did the anarcho-punkers know that, yes, their television would be dead in the next 20 years, but it would be replaced by a even more ubiquitous, even more addictive screen that went everywhere. So that's what this drawing is called. Yesterday I was having a discussion with a friend of mine, and we were talking about painting. And I was saying that when the art historians look back over this era, they're not going to talk about the painting that we did. They're going to talk about the computer-aided worlds that are being created in virtual reality, and that interlacing of computers with our experiences is going to be the art form that is considered to be created in this era, and that's what's going to wind up in those big Gardner art history books that they make art history students study. And he said, no, painting is always going to be with us. You know, there'll be a fad that'll come through, like, you know, in the 90s, the internet art that people made. That was supposedly the fad that was going to kill painting. And I got to thinking about painting's role in our lives as, you know, it goes through these series of becoming relevant and then not relevant and then relevant. And who decides? Is it the people buying decide whether or not it's relevant, or is it, you know, the academics who decide whether it's relevant? I don't know. I feel like painting, the physical act of painting, is kind of like, you know, you look at cave paintings and, like, you know, we're always going to be doing this thing. It's almost like it's a part of our evolution as a sentient creature, is that we have to paint. But, you know, is it like only because that's all that as a entity we had for all those years was like just painting, and painting just got better and better, and then once, you know, like all the technology of painting got to be good enough, then it just became conceptual, and then we ran through all the concepts that you can display on canvas with paint. Maybe painting is going to be like candles or books. It's not really the top of the line technology-wise, but it's always with us because it always has been with us, because it's part of the story that we tell about ourselves. So is painting just going to exist as a ritual and, you know, as a ritual act, and it's no longer something that is for us to use to describe our experience? I don't know. What do you think? The pen that I'm using a lot in this drawing is the Pentel Tradio Pulaman black ink, and it has a very flexible tip that I think is just plastic. When you get up to the top, when you try to drag it forward towards yourself, it does have a tendency to catch and bleed, but there is a thickness to it that you can vary, especially depending on how much weight you push down on, and also how you hold the pen as an angle to the paper, increasing the amount of surface area that you can deposit ink on.